So the big question is, what is the dating outlook for 2024? Today, I go over the dating predictions released by Bumble, which is one of my favorite online dating apps. My name is Joan Nwosu, and welcome to the Second Chances podcast, a love journey in black and white. There's no surprises that dating in 2023 was painful. I think more people experienced more frustration than ever. Dating was extremely painful this year, especially for older folks who may be new to the online dating or just don't know the nuances and how to get the best out of the online dating. And the truth is, online dating is here to stay. So it's not going away anytime soon. So the sooner we get into learning how to actually make it work for us, the better it'll be. But here's some good news about what Bumble is predicting for next year. It seems like, in general, we're shifting from the aimless, mindless swiping connections, the entire pen paling area where people just want to chat and never really meet. And now we're moving forward into more beautiful, more positive outcomes for 2024. So let's dive in. Let's see what Bumble is saying. So I think Bumble surveyed 25,000 people, and this was what they came up with. The first one, which is no surprise to me, is called the cross-gen romance. So means that gone are the days where a significant age gap raised eyebrows. It's become the new norm, and it's going to become even more of the new norm in 2024. In 2024, the focus now is on connection. Regardless of age, do we have a connection is the big question. I love it because it's a refreshing shift from all this idea around age differences, sugar baby, sugar daddy, old enough to be your father type of eyebrows and comments. Now it's just a new world of endless possibilities. So whether you're a silver fox lover, so you want to date an older man, or you like younger men, that's fine too. Or if you're a man who likes younger women, great, kudos to you. Or if you like older women, kudos to you. The point now is, age is no longer going to be seen as a barrier. Whatever you feel is fine. Connection is what the focus is going to be on, right? I know I've always dated people same age, younger, older. It doesn't really bother me. I've always been one to focus more on the connection. And to be honest, when I look back at all my previous relationships, there's no commonality there's no correlation between the age or how they treated me or how the dynamics of the relationship was, or how it made no difference to me. It was all about the connection. So I've always been very open to age difference. So I'm happy that the online dating world at least, is shifting towards a non-restrictive age gap between partners. So that's beautiful. So the doors have been flung open. You go for it. The second one they call the Val Core dating. So now it means that shared values have become the new sexy. So more single people are now looking for partners who are engaged in similar causes, have similar beliefs, have similar values. Because the truth is, these are usually a big conflict issue in relationships. So from the onset, they're saying now that, attraction is good, but attraction goes beyond the surface. It's not about whether you're physically attracted to the person. What exactly do you stand for? That's almost more important than the physical appearances. So now having shared values has risen to the top of the surface, which is great news for people that are older, because values has always been one thing that is very, very important to us. So it's good to now see and hear that more and more people are choosing value over shallow looks. Not that there's anything wrong with looks, but there has to be more than just a pretty face or a gorgeous male masculine face. So the third one is around betterment burnout is what they call it. So this is about people now focusing on being happy with who they are, right? People are choosing to choose themselves to be more accepting of what they identify with, what their true authenticity is. So it's no longer about trying to be like everyone else or to be like what social media is saying you should be like. Now people are burnt out from that, and now it's just about being your authentic self. Authenticity for me is super attractive, and in a long-term relationship, there's only so much pretending you can do. So I'm happy that now the world is moving towards self-acceptance. This is me. It doesn't mean if I'm badly behaved, love me as I am, but at the core of my essence, this is who I am, and I'm not afraid to show that. I'm able to stand up for who I am and say, this is me, and find the person that loves and accepts me as I am, because I have accepted myself. I'm not trying to be like everybody else. The next one is around, so that's the fourth one now, is about intuitive intimacy. So this means that now emotional connection is taking the center stage. So a lot of people, just like the previous one, they're now choosing emotional connection over physical attraction, because physical attraction could only take you so far, right? But you need to have an emotional connection where you can understand the person, you can be close to the person, you can share your life, share one life together and feel safe. So yeah, physical connection is great, but emotions is what's going to keep you standing the test of time, because relationships are not easy. The fifth one, probably almost my favorite one, is the new masculinity, and they're calling it the open-hearted masculinity. Ooh, I love it. So now it's saying that more men are more open and willing to be vulnerable. So it's no longer about this toxic masculinity that we've seen over the last couple of years. No, it's no longer about the wounded masculine. No, now we're going to see more men who are willing to heal through their traumas, heal through whatever negativity is holding them back, and step more into the true healed masculine to support the divine feminine. Beautiful. I love it. So men, listen up. Now's your time to heal. The next one, which is probably my favorite now, to be honest, is the timeline decline. Oh my God. How many times have you heard people say to you, oh, you've been together for 6 months. Has he proposed now? Oh, you've been together for 2 years. When are you guys getting married? This constant pressure of this imaginary timeline. I don't know who came up with this timeline, but this timeline that has pressured people to either move too fast or move to slow things down, or just act in a way because society has dictated at this time in a relationship, XYZ has to happen. So away with all those conventional milestones. And now the focus is on what feels right. What feels right for both of us in the relationship? What feels right in the moment? It's in line with the idea of living in the present, where now you're constantly assessing your relationship and how do I feel right now? How do we feel right now? That's what should determine whether you're willing to move to the next step or not move to the next step. Not all these societal pressures that come a lot from family members and trying to push you to move to the next level because there is some imaginary timeline that everybody needs to follow. So I love it. Live in the present, enjoy the relationship, and if it feels right to move to the next level, then do it. And if it doesn't, who says you can't be boyfriend and girlfriend forever? Cha. Okay, so the next one, I'm not a sports fan, but the seventh one is around sports. And a trend that is coming up is partners are looking for people who share a passion for the same sports or maybe even the same teams that they support. I know that I had to go to a lot of sport. I'm not a sporting person. To a lot of sporting activities with my exes because they were into sports. I didn't enjoy it, so I just sat there, bored out of my mind. But imagine if I was into that sport and maybe supported the same team. Ooh, we were in the same jersey and being all over the place. So great. So if sports is something that you're passionate about, then maybe that should be one of the things that you consider when choosing a partner. Find someone who is sports inclined like you and supports the same team. So cheer on, team oneness. You do you. That's fine for people who are into sports. And then the final one, number 8, is the consider date trend. So this is around self-care, and it just says, after the pandemic, honestly, the pandemic was such a terrible period for single people and people in relationships. But I think that I'm not surprised with this one, because a lot of people are now choosing self-care. They're protecting their mental health, right? They're choosing that over any abusive, toxic relationship. So with more and more people being open to talk about their mental health issues and really focusing on themselves and prioritizing themselves, we can see that dating is becoming more mindful, more intentional, right? It's not just something to have you invite every Tom, Dick, and Harry into your space, and then that messes you up mentally, right? So now people are focusing on their mental health and prioritizing themselves, as they should. You need to choose people who don't make your situation worse, at least help you be better, make you feel safe, not make you want to go crazy all the time. People who understand the things that are going on in your life and are willing to support you. It's so important. The whole craziness of COVID, thank God it's over. So focusing on yourself, great. Taking care of yourself, great. Choosing you as number one, absolutely. And then once you're in a good space and you have a supportive person, then you can use that to propel into the next level of your relationship, or choose to go into a relationship. So there you have it. A glimpse into what Bumble is predicting for the future. I love all of them, and I think it's good news for especially people who are a bit older or people who are divorced. These trends really show that people are moving in the right direction. People are prioritizing the right things. They're prioritizing values. They're prioritizing self-care. So hang in there. Things are looking good. The future is bright, and make sure that you're opening your heart to these relationships, because there are amazing people out there. There are people who are looking to meet beautiful, wonderful people like you. So stay authentic to yourself, stay true to your needs, and prioritize your values. So important. You choose you. You are deserving of finding somebody who loves you for exactly who you are. That's it for me from today. Thank you for listening to the Second Chances podcast, a love journey in black and white. Till next time, sending you love and light.